the Enterococcus. I'm hoping it will be minimum 500 milligrams per once every 6 hours so that it can really quickly get rid of the Enterococcus, because I still feel like I'm having symptoms of a UTI, and I just really want to get it resolved now. It's quite scary when you lose control of your organs and your body. And then I was just trying to explain that the only other thing left after that would be the Pseudomonas, and the only treatment for that is amikacin, tobramycin and gentamicin. So I'm just waiting to see what's gonna happen next. I would like a copy of the MRI report as well. But yeah, hopefully the amoxicillin will make a difference. It was either that or ampicillin. I did request ampicillin, but I think amoxicillin builds in quite high quantities in the blood quite quickly, so it should be quite useful if they prescribe it at a high dosage. It could make a world of difference in a couple of days. So yeah. And Nick said that he thought Nick from Digital Microbiology said he thought that the Enterococcus was the most likely culprit. I feel like it's just suddenly hit me today, like how awful this has been. And I just feel really grateful for the care I've received here, because it's just been so difficult struggling with this for so long. Like on my own, and just losing control of your bladder, completely losing control of your bladder has just been to find specialised support. And it was only when it got like so bad that I was admitted to the hospital, and then was able to do the tests and get it diagnosed properly. But it is still quite scary, because until I know that all these pathogens have gone, I don't know if this is something more permanent, you know? I don't want to feel like I might have interstitial cystitis or an overactive bladder, because it never goes away, you know? And so there's that on my mind now too. And just the way that the symptoms sort of flare up and then go down, it's just really, really hard. It's really hard to go through something like this, and I'm trying to be strong, but it's just like scary, really scary. I've never experienced anything like this before. Even when I was in the depths of postnatal PTSD, I still never had this feeling of losing control of like my organs and my bladder. And it just stops me from doing all the things I love to do, like exercise, gym, running outside, sprinting. Like, I can't do any of those things when I'm having these symptoms. And also the fact that they're just so difficult to like evidence, it seems like, and there's no way of, people just don't believe you when you say you are suffering from an Enterococcus E. coli infection and you're not making it up. People think cystitis is just easy to treat, but it can get really bad. And I just hope I don't have endocarditis, because that would need IV gentamicin. If that's the case, it would need an IV administration of gentamicin to maybe ampicillin as well, to properly get rid of it quickly. And just the shock as well of having suddenly been told yesterday that about the E. coli, when that hasn't come up on any of the other reports. So yeah, it's just really difficult suffering from chronic health issues. It's like, makes you feel like really, really vulnerable. And it going on for so long, I just want this to be cured and to get back to like my life. So yeah, I'm just hoping that this treatment will work, and then I'll be out of here in the next and who knows when, to be honest. I am sort of also thinking about maybe asking for an alternative to the penicillin. I'm going to do some research around it, but I've been on it since like about last Wednesday, and I know I'm having an adverse reaction. I know I am actually allergic to it because when I went on it the first day, my whole chest like was itching, and on my sternum is itching. So I'm glad I stayed on it because it's treating the Klebsiella and the E. coli, but I also know I'm allergic to it. And so I'd rather go on something that's in the same group of antibiotics, penicillin, just target the cell wall whilst not giving me an allergic reaction. Because that could be why I feel like I can't even get out of bed all day and I can't even go to the shop or stretch my legs because I'm literally having an adverse reaction to the penicillin. So I'm going to do some research around alternatives to that now. I think there's a way you can just go on Micilinam rather than Pivmicilinam, and that might not give me the same reaction. It's just, it would also be really useful to have a way of like testing to see if the Klebsiella and E. coli has gone, because it could just be now that the only culprit left is the Pseudomonas and the Enterococcus, and that the other two have gone, and I don't need to still be on this antibiotic. But the NHS test, they just don't test for any of this stuff. They don't test for any of it. None of it comes up in the tests. So the only way I could get it retested would be to do the Focus Labs tests for urine culture. I've just done. And I would want to go with Focus Labs because although digital microbiology did show the Gardnerella, which Focus Labs didn't, Focus Labs showed the Klebsiella and the Pseudomonas, which the digital microbiology report didn't. So I don't know. I don't really know what to do at this stage, but I might have a think actually. I think that would be a good idea. I might have a think about reordering one of those tests. Because I'm definitely still having symptoms. So if I reorder one of those tests, they can test for all of this stuff. And then I can have that report and know which treatment I should be on. They're £250. I might be able to find a less expensive one if I shop around, but I would want to go with the ones that Bladder Health recommended. So, in fact, I think one of them is only £140. The Focus Lab one is £140, but then I would have to wait however long I had to wait for. So I received the results on Wednesday. I sent it off on Saturday. So it only takes like 3 working days for the results to be sent. So I might order one of those to check, to see, because that would check the UTI rather than the birth cavity. It would check for the UTI and whether that's gone. So yeah, I think I'm going to order another one of those just so that I can do my own monitoring, because like I need to know when I need to be discharged, when they're working, and then I'm going to research same group penicillinam alternatives to see if I can go on a different one that doesn't give me this chest rash. And also I'm very hot, so hopefully soon that it will all be resolved, it will be cured, and then I can just not be in this hospital bed anymore. And